Novocaine stars Jack Quaid as a man with SIPA, a real-life genetic disorder that prevents you from feeling pain. And when his girlfriend is kidnapped, he attempts to rescue her by any means necessary. I have said it before, and I shall say it again. We are living in the Jack Quaid Renaissance. In my mind, this man can do no wrong. He is extraordinarily talented, extraordinarily funny, and from the interviews I've seen, extraordinarily down to earth. And he constantly picks great project after great project. Most recently, he was in the movie Companion, which I absolutely loved, but even before that, he was in The Boys, which is amazing. He was in My Adventures with Superman, which is so much fun. He was even in Hunger Games. This man killed Rue, and we still love him. So needless to say, just the fact that he is in it alone, plus it being an action comedy starring Jack Quaid, I was all in for this movie. And thank God, this is so far easily the most fun I've had at a movie theater this year. I just had a great big smile on my face from beginning to end. And of course, that's mainly due to Jack Quaid. He is so timidly likable as this character, and you really do understand his reserved nature. I mean, this character has had to walk on eggshells throughout his entire life. You even see in the movie, he has been prevented his entire life from even eating solid foods because he has no idea if he's accidentally going to bite his tongue off. And it's those little details about his SIPA and how he lives his life based on it that I really loved. Whether it's the barrier that he has in the shower to make sure that the shower doesn't go too hot, the ice cubes that he always has in his coffee mug, or even the fact that he knows how to deal with any kind of first aid injury. There is just so much likability to how timid this character is, and it actually makes it way more believable why he would be so invested into this girlfriend. Because in the film, even though they've known each other for like a couple months, they've really only had one date together. But during that one date, you see just how much they connect and how much she helps him open his eyes to what he's been missing. You completely understand just why he's willing to risk it all for this one girl that he only spent a night with. And speaking of all that risk, the action in this film is really freaking good. The choreography is great. The cinematography allows you to take in every single action sequence, whether it's a chase scene or just a fist fight. And even the editing knows when to linger on a shot or cut from a shot to make it so that it's not as choppy. But even with all of that aside, the main draw to all of the action sequences is just how creative the filmmakers can get with the main character's disorder and how they can use that in the action sequences, both in some really cool ways and some really funny ways. And to be fair, yes, 80% of the jokes in this movie is just the fact that this guy can't feel pain. But at the same time, with a lesser actor, that would have come to the surface way sooner. The fact that Jack Quaid is just so likable and his comedic timing is so brilliant helps make every punchline, even though it's a variation of the exact same joke, feel fresh and new. And to be fair to the rest of the cast, they are all great in this movie. Ray Nicholson as the main bad guy in this movie is extremely fun. You can just tell that he is having a ball with every single line of villainy he utters. Amber Midthunder as the love interest of the film not only has fantastic chemistry with Jack Quaid, but even on her own, she is really funny and really entertaining. Jacob Batalon as Jack Quaid's character's only friend is also really good. And even the two detectives in this film that are pretty much just chasing Jack Quaid and the villains throughout the movie have their own personalities, and even though a lot of the times they can be seen as caricatures, they are entertaining. As for flaws with the film, again, 80% of the jokes are pretty much some variation of Jack Quaid's character can't feel pain. There are some moments in the film where the characterization could be seen as slightly cartoonish. And there is a reveal around the second act of the film that I definitely feel like would have fit better if it was in the third act. But otherwise, I got nothing to complain about. This is a well-acted, well-written action comedy that is a complete blast from beginning to end. I'm gonna give Novocaine an A-. Thank you guys so much for watching. You guys are the best, and don't forget to click subscribe and click the bell icon down below to stay up to date on all things movie, all things TV, all things nerd.